not the little halfling lady is Traveler Con. That's the last thing I saw.
Okay, so yeah, you don't know. Okay, I got where you are.
Traveler Con.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
There's a Traveler Con where it's like a traveler at a convention.
Well, yeah, but like, so the Traveler.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he wanted to
You
have.
mean Callista's god?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
He wanted to have like a little get together with all of his followers, basically. So he invited them all to this place, and
Oh.
they all met up because Jester was like, "Come to Traveler Con. You believe in the Traveler." It's kind of like Jehovah's Witness, and
Close the door real
yeah,
quick.
yeah,
Nice.
that
That's
happened.
exciting.
All right, launch
Fix
game.
my camera again a little bit. There we go.
Okay, now we go on to Twitch.
Yeah,
Bam.
I sent a message to Daisy earlier and said, "Hey, just a reminder, we have D&D at 7:30 with a smiley face." And then Daisy read it and didn't respond. So here's the thing. If Daisy can't make it, I found out today that Alex will not be joining us. And I also found out 2 days ago that that Chef and Test are both out of town. So let's hope that Daisy can make it.
Come on, Daisy.
What was that?
What was that?
I'm just telling Daisy to come on.
Ah, you were gonna say
Yeah.
something, Nate?
I'm doing what I can to give vibes towards that while holding down the slash key and making a file name that is slash 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 slash.
Magnificent. But yeah, just wanted to give you guys a heads up because I found out about all this stuff. Well, I found out about two of them yesterday, and then I found out about Alex today. And then uh, sh- I thought I reminded Daisy, and they said nothing, but that's okay. I just hope they're okay.
Me too. I
Yeah.
haven't heard anything from them since yesterday.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I do just hope everything is okay primarily. Also, Nate, I saw a YouTube video that made me think, as I'm watching it, I'm like, this seems like the kind of shit that Nate would like. The kind of stuff that would entertain the crap out of you. Have you ever heard of the All Tomorrows?
No.
So, the premise of it is it's sometime in the future, and humans colonized Mars, and like they've colonized Mars for a few years at this point, or like for like I don't know, like a few hundred years or something like that. But then there's stuff going on between both Mars and Earth, so they cause a they like attack each other. And after they attack each other with this war, they get very weak, and then these aliens called the Qua come in and essentially just do a bunch of human experimentation and like de-evolve humans into different like species. And it's like a description of those species and how after billions of years they evolve into other things that are not humans, but how all of them are still human in nature. Like how the one species has very close family ties with each other. The other species is able to develop like tools and weapons and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just watching this. I'm like, this definitely seems like something Nate would enjoy.
Send me the link.
I shall. I'll do it right now. Just be aware the the video itself is very entertaining, and when I was listening to it, it was really cool. But It's based off of a book. One second. I don't know who wrote the book, but he wrote and illustrated this book. And the illustrations are just downright disturbing because it's like things that look vaguely human, like they have some human things to them, but they don't look human at all. So, just a heads up.
Roger, Roger.
And again, I feel like that would add to you saying, "Oh yeah, here's the." I don't want to see that ad. Just want to share this to Nate.
Is it Junji Ito?
It is not. No. Kelsey loves Junji Ito. Just sent it your way.
Good.
They're pretty disturbing.
I mean,
Scary though. That's
Yeah.
I mean that's the whole purpose of it is to be scary,
Yeah.
right? Here, I'll put some like music on or something while we do this.
Yeah, so what I was mentioning before about starting to download pictures from the movie Aliens so I can paint these models.
Yeah.
I'm the type of crazy who wants to get all the small details, where what they have written on their weapons, what they have written on their armor, if they got things on their helmets, so I can make it. I plan on painting these up to a high level of quality
Okay.
because I love the movie.
Got it.
And where did the music come from? Is that you?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
put it on Roll20.
Okay, that explains that.
Yep. And I thought that I had 2 instances of it going, but it was just Nate's echo.
Echo, 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 echo.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Junji Ito, that's the guy that wrote like that thing where like everybody is like just a massive mass of people that all get sewn together or something like that, right?
I don't know actually.
Who wubba who now?
Kelsey was showing me something from Junji Ito before, and it was something along the lines of humanity felt so alone that everybody went and sewn themselves together to make like a giant mass of humans. Or something like that. Don't really know the purpose of it, but I think that was the premise of the story. Also, everybody else saw, I'm going to show it off again, the new art that I got of me as the DM, the Cabbage DM. So there it is. It's magnificent, isn't it? You guys saw it already. I sent it in the Discord. This music's very loud for some reason. There we go. So, Tiff, what have you been up to?
Just working really. I didn't have to do
Okay.
anything last weekend, so I like relaxed and everything.
That's good. When is our next Saturday session? I don't remember when I said it was.
I think you said the 8th because I was like, that's 2 days before my birthday.
Yeah, the 7th, but you said it was the weekend before your birthday, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very excited because of the thing that I told you about with it.
I'm also very excited.
Yeah. Nate, there's something that is going to happen in all of my campaigns when players reach a certain level, just so you are aware, and I'm very excited about introducing this new mechanic to players.
I'm sorry, say that again.
There's going to be a new mechanic that I'm implementing into all of my campaigns that when players reach a certain level, and I'm very excited to show it off in this campaign whenever we get there.
Okay then.
Also very
Yeah.
excited.
Tiff's excited. Yeah.
Can I make it Callista's birthday our next Saturday campaign?
Yeah, today was supposed to be we were supposed to celebrate Daisy's birthday in campaign, but Daisy's also not here
Oh, Daisy.
because their birthday was yesterday, right?
Yes.
Yes, yes, indeed.
I texted her and I told her it was time to be called a Googie Egg, but
don't-
she's not here.
Don't know what that means. A
It's just
Googie
an
egg?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It's an affectionate term for just to be called adorable.
Okay, good to know this.
Yeah.
Nate, was my count off? Are there only 5 people interested in that Wednesday/Tuesday campaign?
Oh, I'm not sure. Hold on.
Because I did my count, but then I realized I did Evan in that count as well when I counted 7. I might get to be a
I
player
think
again.
Emily's right. I
Well-
think there's only 5.
Okay. Well
And
then.
that's assuming. Oh my God, why am I blanking on his name? Lizardman guy.
Shushimi. Yeah. Assuming that he can't make it.
Why am I not remembering his name?
It's not. Does it begin with a J?
No. Fuck. Because those two are bloody getting married, and I can't believe I can't remember his name.
Do you remember her name? So then that way you could like
Emily.
remember the. Yeah, Emily and. Does that help? Remembering them as a couple?
No. That's frustrating me.
Well, that happens sometimes, I guess.
I do not want to make a comment about getting old.
You're good. Well, worst case scenario, we're going to wait until about 8 o'clock or so to see if anybody else joins. If they don't, then we'll just have a bit of roleplay happen for you guys today. And, yeah, we'll do a little bit of roleplay, try to get a bit of plot out. It won't take that long, and then we'll probably just call it.
I can try my voice then.
Yes!
It'll be really bad.
No.
Really bad.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It will. It will, though.
You assume
'Cause
too much.
Well, I am white American.
Okay. So am I.
And this is not an American accent.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
That's very exciting, though. I'm excited to hear your accent that you're going to try to put on.
Oh, what you talking about there, Lottie? Oh, that was horrible.
What are you talking about, that Lottie?
We'll be horrible together. We'll be fine.
All right, I can do something. I could do another accent and be horrible at it. Like, I don't know. What's an accent? Nate, what's an accent I'm bad at?
I don't know.
Crap.
Actually, I really don't know.
What about Australian? I mean, I feel like...
Good eye, mate. I'm Australian.
Oh, yeah,
I
I
don't know.
like that.
I don't know if
I
that's
like
good or not.
I like it.
Foster, Australian for we don't like this shit.
Yes.
If we're all bad at an accent, it'll allow me to not feel as self-conscious about it.
Okay, how about... What were you going to say, Nate?
I will throw this out there. If either of you can actually do a New Zealander, also known as a Kiwi accent, I will just fall for you right now.
What? I'm trying to think of what that accent is and how it's not Australian, because I know they're different, but I always tie those two together.
They actually are very, very different. I'll see if I can find a clip of Paul Yates from Battlefront. Because I know he's a New Zealander, and holy crap.
I know that the band Flight of the Conchords is New Zealandese, or whatever it's called, the New Zealanders. And they're more like, hello? They're like more like proper Australian, if that makes any sense.
There could be an entirely different interpretation on it. And
You know what? Think, oh my god, Taika Waititi.
Yes.
This sentence is grammatically
Hello, I'm Korg. This is Meek. Went around, got some pamphlets. Nate, I can barely hear it, just so you know.
You can tell I was already sick of this
You can barely hear what.
What you're playing.
in this giant. I've talked to that.
I'm not playing anything at the moment.
Nate, is that... Tiff, is that you playing something?
Wow, do you guys hear my video? Oh,
That's
I'm
what...
sorry.
No, you're fine.
I'm trying to figure out
An
the Kiwi
accent?
accent.
Ah.
Yeah.
Nate, that reminds me, though. What We Do in the Shadows. There's another TV show that's been out for a while that Dad and I started watching. It's called...
The New Zealander police guys.
Yes, it's so good.
Fucking, I'm just gonna call them Kiwis.
They're so good. It's everything about that show to me is fantastic. The movie's also good, but I fell in love with the show. Twas a good show. Tiff, are you studying the language of the Kiwi?
I am.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah. What is this?
Okay, I posted it in the videos.
Oh, okay. Let me check her out. Don't want to check her out on my computer, though, because that'll mess up the whole setting on this.
I'm going skiing because Justin here has got, what is it, 20 and
Oh, one
25.
second, I gotta-
25.
That's not what I'm looking for. There's a character from Smite that is a Japanese god. So they get, like, the way that Smite is now, because in the beginning it was kind of hard to do it with certain pantheons, was they get people from those places that would, like, where those, like, religions would originate from, and they get them to voice the characters, which is really dope. And there's one character in it that's a Japanese god, but I could have swore that he had, like, a New York accent, and so I was like, what? And so I looked it up, and the voice actor is from Japan, but grew up in New York. And so that, I'm like, that explains a lot. Let me share that to you guys as I switch this over, so that way it works out a bit better. But yeah. I do not want an ad right now, thank you. Alright, let's go up to videos. There we go. That character. Yes, the character is a Tanuki, which is my favorite Japanese creature, because they're hilarious. Tiff has muted herself because of the Kiwi, I'm assuming. Nate is not talking because of the Kiwi, I'm assuming.
Oh no, I'm still looking up pictures.
Okay, so I'm convinced that even though I was trying to learn an English accent, I probably sound more like a Kiwi accent.
Nothing wrong with that.
Because I'm just listening
Nice.
to this, and I'm like, yeah, this sounds like me trying to speak like a broken English accent.
Well, to be fair, I know Australia is like English settlers / prisoners. Is New Zealand as well?
Yeah, well, I don't know about that, but those three, like, places tend to have a very, like,
Right.
similar, like, accent. They just have a very different dialect, especially between New Zealand and the UK. Like, that dialect is very different, just a very similar accent.
Right.
I'm not 100% sure about New Zealand's history. I think they were settlers, but I'm fairly confident the Maori are the
Those are the natives.
locals or the indigenous people to the area. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those people too. You don't want to fuck with them.
No. You also don't want to fuck with emus.
Yes, I've heard about the Emu War.
We will forever let Australia know they lost a war to emus, which is completely understandable because emus are essentially bulletproof. If you didn't know that.
Didn't, and I'm actually terrified that.
So here's
that.
here's why they are essentially bulletproof. Their vital organs are so small that the vast majority of their body is muscle and bone and fat. So when you shoot them, it's most likely not going to hit a vital organ unless you hit the brain or like get like directly where their heart or something is. And so that's not going to stop them from running at you. They have the temperament of a chihuahua, but in the like a dinosaur, and they will come after you if you shoot them, and they will come after you even more. I think it took approximately 5 to 10 shots to take down an emu, and so when they had the emu war, imagine all these emu coming at people, and then each soldiers taking like 5 to 10 shots to just take down one. And so, of course, they're going to get overwhelmed. Like, it's terrifying to think about that. But at the same time, I think that they are the only recorded history of man versus nature and nature winning in a war. There's probably others, but I have no idea.
That terrifies me. That really does.
Right. I've been watching this YouTube channel called Hood Nature, which is probably the best YouTube channel ever. It's just it's a dude that gives like animal facts, but he says it with just such a straight face. Like he does it for TikTok, and then he puts like compilations of them on YouTube. But he does it with just such a straight face that it's the best thing ever. It's so good. I highly recommend Hood Nature to everyone.
Check it out.
Yeah, it's very good. Don't watch I recommend starting off with the ones where he like is talking about cute things, because then you'll be like, oh, okay, I kind of get the idea of this guy, and then go into the horrifying shit, because then he'll come at you with like horrible things that animals do, and then you're like, uh-oh. Oh no, this is not where I wanted it to go.
You know, I think there's a lot of things that go that route.
Oh yeah, definitely. Heck, what were you gonna say, Tiff?
I think I like this accent more. I think.
The Kiwi accent?
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah. I think we should try it.
Go for it. I was going to just say though, last night when we were recording our podcast, which for those of you who are on Twitch and don't know, I'm also doing a podcast with my friend Brian. We're called the Boo Bros Paranormal Podcast. We talk about spooky shit. Both of these two have been guests on that show before.
I have.
Yeah, Nancy talked about, or not Nancy, Tiff. Tiff talked about Mothman, and Nate walked into the room one time while we were talking about Jeff the Talking Mongoose, and so he inadvertently became a guest on that episode. Don't even know if Nate remembers that or not, but...
I definitely remember the show, and I also remember declining the invite to join because I was too damn scared to put my voice on. To do that.
Hey, you're on Twitch right now.
I'm fully aware of how hypocritical that sounds.
You're fine. If you ever want to join an episode, you can. But, anyways, as I was saying, the episode we recorded last night and then got uploaded today was about Japanese yokai, which are like their cryptids and like their creatures of folklore.
They sure are.
And I told Brian, I'm like, I did the research of it because very rarely does Brian ever do research in the show. I love him for it because he'll just like Wikipedia shit and just say stuff, and I'm like, okay, I believe you. You did the research for it. But anyways, Brian did not want to do the research for that episode because he's not huge on Japanese stuff, and I'm not huge on Japanese stuff either, but I'm like, some of these are pretty cool, but I told Brian, I'm like, there are some things that sound hilarious, but I will refuse to talk about them just because of how effed up they are. And I'm like, I do not want to have that stuff referenced on the podcast. And Brian's like, alright. So we talked about just 5 fun yokai. Well, fun's a relative term. 5 interesting yokai. Like Jorogumo.
I have one word for you.
Yeah,
Danganronpa.
I refuse.
I know.
I refuse so much, and you know damn well why, Nate. But, yeah, like Jorogumo. Not really a fun yokai, but it's definitely interesting because it's a giant spider woman that eats, like... She goes after and eats unfaithful men. Which is pretty cool, I guess. Although... Yeah.
Episode 8 of Buffy.
Episode 8 of Buffy?
I think episode 8 in season 1 actually had a praying mantis lady.
Buffy.
Ended up trying to eat Xander.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer, episode 8, season 1.
I think that's it. Oddly enough, I think they reference it 2 or 3 more times down the road in the series.
It looks like she's fighting the Predator in it. I don't know. Like a robot Predator. And then Slappy from Goosebumps is here. I'm just going to type in Praying Mantis instead.
Oh yeah, that's iRobot Eugene. I'm trying to remember that one. I don't think.
Oh, that thing looks badass. Just literally just a big praying mantis. Why was that in Buffy the Vampire Slayer? Was the praying mantis a vampire?
Nope. Just another demon creature.
Magnificent, thank you.
They don't just fight vampires.
I'm aware, but it's called Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and then in season 1 they're like, we're gonna throw a praying mantis at them. They'll never see it coming. Alright, well, it is 8 o'clock, so I feel like we will do just a bit of roleplay to kind of get some of the story going, so that way, in a couple of weeks, after I'm off a night shift, which got that going again, I'm so thrilled about it. After night shift, I can get back to this, and we can recap some of the story that happened, and, yeah, that'll pretty much be it. Yous guys ready?
Let's do this.
Yes.
Magnificent. Alright, so, to recap what happened last time, you both were there, but, just for people who might be watching that don't know, you guys came across, 2 people walking on the road, another Kenku and a Tiefling, and they were ironically on their way to go and try to rescue Christopher as well, but you guys got to him first. Then you guys met a halfling that lived in the woods who was chopping at a tree, and then told you guys, hey, you guys should be aware of gnolls, you guys should take a rest, and then walked into a tree. And you guys are like, nah, we got this. And then the sun set and trees were in the middle of the road, and gnolls attacked. And as the gnolls attacked, a big gnoll came out, and I believe Skitter tried to cast a spell on him, and Skitter got weird images of demons and fire inside of his head while the gnoll laughed at him and cackled and essentially said, hey, you can't fight this thing yet. And then after you took out the rest of the gnolls, Chef, who was the other Kenku, went behind him and tried to stab him, but the gnoll grabbed him and threw him at you guys and got away. And now, you guys have just once again arrived at the Temple of the Moon.
Oh, you're done. Okay.
Yeah.
See,
I'm so sorry.
Twitch is no. Twitch is very like far behind. So like I saw
Ah.
your Discord lighting up, and I was like, oh no, can we not hear him? I need to just not look at Twitch.
You're fine. I'm also checking out Twitch here too to make sure that things are popping up and all that. But yeah, so you guys are back at the Temple of the Moon, or the Temple of the Sun and Moon, where it seems like the various patrons of this temple, like those that go there for worship, all see you guys coming with apparently a horse and a wagon, which they know you didn't leave there with, and start going to the Priestess of the Moon. I believe her name was Yennefer. Let me double check my notes, because I am
You
a
are correct.
bad DM.
You're not
She
the
was
bad
she was
DM.
Yennefer?
Yes,
I was
she
never
was.
a fan of Yennefer.
Yes. So you guys arrived with Yennefer, and Christopher goes up and hugs his mom immediately. And
Oh, how cute.
she turns to everybody there and says, "Thank you, all of you. I truly appreciate everything you've done to help bring my son back to me. Please, before I forget," and she hands you guys, including everybody who's not currently here, the additional 100 gold. Because I remember now, it was 100 gold up front and then 100 gold when you got it returned.
Maybe that's where I got the 200 from.
Yes, that is. I remember that now. So you got it half up front and then you got the rest of it now. And so she
Oh.
hands the rest of you the 100 gold.
Oh, Tommy, I know where I got the 320 from.
Where?
We opened a chest.
Yes, that's right.
And I never shared it yet.
You
Sorry.
didn't.
No.
So, yes, you guys got paid for helping out the Temple of the Sun and Moon. Is there anything else you would like to talk to the Priestess of the Moon, Yennefer, about right now? Or Yen?
Yeah, I'm just scared to try my accent.
I'm ready, Tiff.
I need you to say a really bad accent so I feel better.
Hey, y'all!
Oh, perfect. Perfect. Okay. Okay. So, Val's gonna go up to the High Priestess and kind of like express her concern about like the whole situation and just be like, let me bring out my notes to make sure I say like have the exact information about what was happening. Oh yes. So she'll give the High Priestess the note and just be like, so we found this note and I couldn't help but notice that it said something about a ball, and I really feel like your son might need some bodyguards.
I love the fact that the first thing you do is just bring up the ball.
What's the note?
She turns to you and she says, "That's actually not a bad idea at all. What is that note there?
Yeah, so it's
That mentions the ball."
yeah. Tommy, could you bring up the note just one more time?
I could
Like,
bring up the note one more time.
oh, that would be wonderful.
Behold, show to the players.
Oh, yes. Yeah, see, this note, it's addressed to the Templar. I don't really know who that is. What?
Christopher nudges you and he says, "The one that was kidnapping me."
Oh, that makes sense. Anyway, so yes, the Templar. That's who kidnapped your son. He just told me. And,
You just told me.
And yes, it says that he was supposed to be an ambassador, and they were going to have a duplicate of him. So apparently, there's a duplicate of your son somewhere, and
Her-
I just think. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, her eyebrows raise as you say duplicate, and she looks to Christopher and she says, "Do you feel comfortable going to the Royal Boar's ball anymore?" And he said, "No, he says, I have to. It's something I have to do, especially if I don't go, there could possibly be a duplicate of me that could, I don't know what they need one for, but I'm certain it's not good." And the mother, High Priestess Yun, nods and she says, "Well, if you are going to be going, I suppose this group that you have met already seems as reliant as any other group to watch over you and make sure that you don't receive any harm along the way there, and can also help protect you while you are at the ball." And I'm assuming at that point, Valaria's eyes just light up.
Oh, absolutely. She's like, you don't even have to ask me. I would be honored to do this for you.
She says back to you, she says, "Well, I do wish to help you guys out however I can." And she turns to the both of you and the two who happen to be here and says, "I know that both of you had some interest or history with the Astral Explorers."
Skitter cocks his head with a what? Kind of look on his face.
Well,
Valaria. Oh, sorry.
oh,
go
go.
ahead.
No, you say what you were gonna say.
No, I was just gonna say that Valaria just absolutely just brightens up. She's like as bright as a light bulb right now, and just like puppy dog eyes.
I've received word from my associates, we will call them, that the two of you are asked to be a part of the Astral Explorers in one way or another, and if you do accompany my son and make sure that he's okay while he's at the ball and he does what he needs to as an ambassador, which is to try to bring peace once again between the severed nation and the old nation, then I would be more than willing to write letters for both of you to be able to go to the Astral Explorers.
She just gonna absolutely gasp, and then of course just kind of like not like grab Christopher, but like kind of like hug him in a way where her face is like squishing into his face, and she'll be like, "Oh, of course, I'll absolutely protect this little googie egg."
Cookie egg. Thank you. What were you gonna say, Nate?
Oh, Skitter is now looking at both of them and kind of going back and forth and trying to read not Valeria's but Kristoff's reaction.
He's more of shock than anything else, but then he's like, "Oh, she's just excited to go to this ball and to do all of this." And then when she says "googie egg," his eyes go, "What?"
Skitter will proceed to turn to Yen and conjure up and flip around the words "Astral Explorers?" ?
"Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were aware of them, but my associates have told me that they are aware of you and that they wish to speak to you. The Astral Explorers are the ones that are trying to work with the Astral to go to different worlds and different planes of existence, beyond the stars. I thought that you might have known something about that, considering they had asked for you, Skitter."
So, does Skitter know anything about that?
Roll me a history check.
Yes, one of my best stats right here.
Yes, intelligence.
2.
Skitter don't know shit. The only thing Skitter knows is that the Astral is essentially what's outer space is called. Like where the stars are, beyond the stars, beyond everything in the night sky and everything like that. That is what the astral is. That's pretty much all he knows about it.
Got it.
Yep.
Ooh, someone who was specially picked.
She turns and she says, "You were too."
Yeah, but I knew about them.
Skinner just turns and gives Valeria a glare.
It's nothing against you. It is a huge part in like my village. I've studied them for a really long time. Like I don't sit here and expect everyone to know about them. So I wasn't like, throwing anything at you.
Skinner will once again look at Yen and put up the Astral Explorers, but then start creating images that it's flipping through. That flips through a world that is desert with a 3 crane in it. Another one that looks like a modern day world. Another one that looks like from Warhammer Fantasy. And just starts flipping through images of actually different planes of existence, and then a question mark.
She looks at you inquisitively and says, "It seems you've been a lot of places, hasn't it?"
Sitter kind of looks up and thinks for a moment, and nods.
Well, that may be very well why they wish to talk to you. Maybe you can help them with their research in some way.
He gives a feathery thumbs up through minor image.
Last I heard, they were just able to get a portal to Bahamut's palace in the plane of air, so I know they're making headway, but any help their way could be very good.
Once again, he'll give a feathery thumbs up.
Okay. And she says, "But yes, no, first about this ball. Well," and she looks at the lot of everyone, and apart from Valaria, everyone else, and possibly Zanwin as well, everyone else is kind of like not dressed up. And she says, "We're going to need to get all of you attire for such a journey."
Another gasp. Pretty dresses.
Skitter will take his right hand, put it up, and start muttering a short incantation and snap his fingers. And the next thing you know, you see him, who looks like a same size but human now, with brown hair and a blue kind of nice looking tuxedo.
Yen looks at you and she giggles and she gives you like one of those golf claps, and she says, "Yes, but that won't be able to last forever now, will it? We still may want to give you some clothing just in case something happens to this," and her hand goes through the mirror image that you have and pinches your feathery cheek.
He proceeds to do the same thing to turn it off, turn it back on, turn it off, turn it back on, turn it off, turn it back on, and turn it off again, and then he smiles.
Yes, I always find it rather weird that Kenku can smile with a beak, but you know what? I love it. But, yes, for everyone else then, I suppose, and she turns to everyone else, she says, "Then the rest of you can go on a fashion trip with us, do a bit of shopping, get everything ready for this journey. I do know that up north in..." Yes, I'm fully aware, Nate. I used to have that ability.
Oh, that's right, okay.
You're good. I need to check something. Where do I have the maps? Because I know I had maps, right? Is it in backstory?
Yeah, yeah, you have the maps in the yes, in the channel called Maps underneath the game times.
Oh, it's down there. Got it. Okay. I
Yeah,
got so confused. Okay. Yes, in the city of Okerval Port, there is a ship that is going to be going to the it's a ferry essentially that goes back and forth from the Severed Nation and the Old Nation. And if you guys get there in time, I mean, it doesn't leave for a few days, but if you guys still get there in time, you could take that ferry to the Old Nation and be able to get to the Kingdom of Boars in time for the ball. So we should start making preparations now just to make sure everything is in order. And you just see Christopher just kind of like sigh, and he's like, I think we can take care of ourselves this time, Mother. And he looks at her, or she looks at him and says, I remember what happened last time you went to that ball, and all I can say is, and you see her just lean over and whisper. You guys can make perception checks if you want to see if you can hear what she whispers to him.
1, 2. I am going for the perception.
All right.
Better than my history. 11.
It is better than your history. Oh! All right. So, Tiff, I'm going to message you what you hear.
Oh yeah.
Because Skitter doesn't hear it.
Oh, Tommy, I'm so excited for the Boars Kingdom.
I know you are.
My heart. Maybe I'll fall in love.
Maybe you
knows?
will.
I told Daisy, I was like, no more NPC romance.
Tiff, you're you. You
That lasted,
have
what,
to
5
have.
seconds?
What was that,
I
Nate?
know.
I'm gonna take a guess. That lasted, what, 5 seconds?
Yeah, because then we had our Saturday campaign, and I went back to my fiance.
Yes. I just sent it your way, Tiff.
No, heartbroken.
And then you see him sigh again, and he says, yes, we can get on that, Mother. I mean, High Priestess. And she says, please call me Mother. And he just sighs again, and he's like, all right. Heroes, once again, thank you all for saving me from the from those bandits as well as those gnolls. And then once again, her eyes kind of like light up again. She says, gnolls? How far away were they from here? And Christopher says, oh, the gnolls were about a half-hour's journey from here. And she looks a bit disturbed at that thought.
I'd be disturbed too.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's not
sorry,
every
I was
not every
distracted by
day.
your Twitch again.
Distracted by what?
By your Twitch again, like showing.
Yes. I realize this is the first time I've streamed without wearing a hat.
It is.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Kelsey sent me a message. Yay. She looks to everybody and says, well, let's go get you all geared up then, shall we? And get you ready for the journey ahead. And as she starts trying to like corral all of you guys to a shop of some sort, she turns back to Skitter and says, are you certain you don't want anything?
Skitter will once again give a feathery thumbs up.
All right then, and she walks off to give everyone else magical items. I'm joking, Nate.
Ha ha.
Yes, look at this fantastic garb that gives you +2 to your charisma. That would have been.
Hi.
I would have been so. That would have been mean if I did that, but I'm not doing that.
Skitter is following and joining along.
Okay. So, everybody is led essentially to a tailor that's here, and the tailor is a young elf man, and he turns to all of you and says, "Oh, it appears that I have quite a bit of business heading my way right here." And he looks at his store, which I just realized it's supposed to be like midnight in the campaign, so his store is closed, but he looks back and he opens it. He's like, "Well, I do need more business. Please come in." And Valaria, you can choose the high priestess is going to be paying for everybody's like clothing purchases. So you can just tell me something that fancies your eye, and then we will have it purchased for you for the grand ball that's coming up.
Oh, okay.
And then next week, or not next week, but in a couple of weeks when we get back, I'll have everybody else do the same.
I'm excited. I'll definitely find like a picture or something. You know how I am. I always find the best pictures.
You do have good pictures with this kind of stuff.
I do. So I don't really have an idea right now. So I guess like she'll just like kind of relay like
What she kind of wants.
yeah, what she has seen in this store of wonderful delicacies and
Okay.
tells them.
Okay. Yeah, well, whenever you know what you want, we can get it for you then, and then I'll send a message out to you to see if other people can give me what they want their attire to be as well. I'm very excited to see what Chef and Test want, because Test is a druid, and I know that she wants to be all naturey, and Chef wants to be the brooding rogue that sits in the corner. So, very excited to see what they get.
Can I whisper to Christopher?
Sure. Are you gonna message me, or do you want it to not be heard by other people?
Well, considering that it's just Nate, it's okay.
Okay.
So yeah, so she'll like, cause I imagine that Christopher's like, kind of just chilling in a corner.
You see him currently. The tailor is just recently took his measurements, and it was like a tornado around him with like the measuring tape, and then the tailor walked away, and you could just see him just like being like, "What the heck just happened?" And yeah, you have a moment to go up to him.
Okay, so she's gonna go up to him and just kind of like, I don't really know if she has to lean down or lean up. I don't know how tall he is.
He's
But I
about
do-
he's about 5'7".
Oh, well then she definitely has to like lean up a little bit and
Okay.
like kind of whisper in his ear and be like, "So, why did you look so embarrassed when your mother told you to look nice for the prince?"
His face goes bright red, and he says, "Well, I want to have a good impression for the Boar's Kingdom, of course. I want to be the ambassador. I want
For
to."
the Oh, go ahead.
No, you say what you were gonna say.
For the kingdom or for the prince?
He says, "Why, for the kingdom, of course." And then he leans into you and he says, "But why can't it be both?"
Yeah, I mean, you make a good point. A good point.
My main, he says it as he like kind of like grabs a bow tie off of like a rack, and he starts like looking at it, and he says out loud, he's like, "Is this a good color?" So it looks like it's a normal conversation for the two of you. And then he gets back to you and he says, "Look, my main job is to try and unite the kingdoms again. I'm supposed to try to unite the old kingdom, and I'm supposed to go to the Madlands and try to unite them as well. That's my job. If something else happens along the way, then so be it. But I am putting that first and foremost before anything else.
She's gonna like nod and then like in a very like teasing tone, like she's not serious at all, and just be like, "That makes sense. It makes sense, but I don't know. You might have some competition because I have always wanted a prince."
He smiles and he says, "Well, then I suppose may the best man or woman win."
Oh, absolutely. And then she's just gonna like walk away because like they were just having a normal conversation, and as she's walking
Right.
away, be like, "That color is definitely your color," and just
All right, and then
walk away.
Skitter happens to notice that the color is like Argyle or something, like something that does not match.
I was gonna ask, does Skitter have to make an insight check to
No,
what's
no.
going on?
Definitely not. Skitter can definitely tell that they were not talking about just that because they were like leaning into each other and talking, and also the bow tie he picked is like the most disgusting thing. It's like plaid, a plaid bow tie.
Her tail like also like wags a little bit when she's excited. So like it's not like wagging. It's not
It's
like,
like a
dog,
puppy.
but it's it's like swaying. There we go.
That's a good word, swaying.
That is a good word. So like there was something going on. Like
Yeah.
a dragon's tail doesn't just sway like that for no reason.
Nate,
think.
Nate, don't tell the joke, Nate.
Skitter is just now looks at Valaria. How do you pronounce it?
Valeria, sorry. Wait, how
No,
is it?
Valaria. It's
Okay.
Valaria.
I always get it wrong.
And then he's gonna look at Kristoff, and then you're just gonna suddenly hear, "God damn it, Nappa!" and he turns away.
Nate, I want you to make me an insight check really quick. Not to like notice anything or anything like that, but just give me an insight check.
Working on it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna send you something real quick, Nate.
Wait, 8 actually earned something?
8 earned you something. You don't know if it's the correct thing or not, but it earned you something.
I love it when we earn things.
Yeah.
Don't, please. No, nope, not going there.
What?
What?
Say it, Nate. Don't be a coward.
No, I'm going to keep my dirty mind to myself.
There you go, Nate.
Don't
I
be a
sent it to you via Facebook Messenger.
Got it.
All right. That's what you are assuming right now.
Really need an insight check for that, but okay.
Well, that's what the 8 earned you.
I got it.
What are you assuming?
You don't know.
I want to know, Nate.
Nope.
May I know, please?
All in due time.
What if I put a cherry on top of this, please?
Oh my god, no, I'm not gonna. I'm in a weird mood today. Not even 5 cherries are gonna get me to talk about it.
Oh,
Knowing Nate, it'll be something that's brought up at just the right moment, or just the wrong moment.
I was gonna say the most inopportune time where it's gonna be awkward and what the hell.
Yes, you're definitely going to bring it up at like in the middle of a fight or something like that. I'm very excited.
I feel like
Don't-
I have like I have like a slight idea.
Tiff,
As to what it is.
Tiff, it's nothing to do with your character. Don't worry.
Well, I was assuming it was something to do with Christopher.
Well, then you would assume right. I just didn't want you to worry.
Oh no, I wouldn't worry.
Okay. So yeah, Skitter, you say, "God damn it, Nappa," and he looks to you and he says, "Oh, is this not a good tie? Also, I'll be back. One moment."
The part of Kristoff will now be played by Silence.
I can play Kristoff. Hold on.
Oh my god.
So while Tommy the Fantastic was on a slight break because life always comes first, our main star Kristoff, aka Christopher, is in the dress shop and he is looking at very many ravishing tuxedos at this moment, and he is thinking to himself, what would a reindeer wear?
Okay. So
Nice reference.
I didn't hear anything you guys said, but this is what happened. I hear my dad screaming downstairs. I'm like, what the heck? And I go down, he's like, Tommy! And I go downstairs, I'm like, what is it? Because he just got home, assuming he's like, do you know where Sophie is? And I look over and she's sitting on the chair right next to him.
Oh my god.
Really cute.
Remind me to mention that to him tomorrow.
Yes, please do. Oh yeah, that's right, you're coming over tomorrow, right?
Either that or we are heading to a bar. He mentioned he needs drinks after this week.
Oh, he definitely does. He's done a lot of yard work this week. You're definitely coming over Saturday, though, right?
Abso-fraggin-lutely, damn it.
Yeah, every year. Tiff, just so you know, we're going to have fireworks behind our house on Saturday. Legally. It's not us doing it, it's the city.
That's so cool.
Yeah, we have, like, our, like... You know how, like, high schools have, like, their, like... homecoming week or whatever it is, their whatever it is, but we have that going on with a festival and fair and all that, like over in the park, and then like the park is near our backyard, so when they set off the fireworks we just watch them from our backyard.
Oh, nice.
Pretty nice. But yeah, I feel like this is gonna be pretty much it. You guys go ahead and take a full rest now, so you guys can finally get healed and get your spell slots back.
I love spell slots.
Good. Anything else you guys want to do before we cut it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, there is one thing I do want to do. We don't
Okay.
need to roleplay it,
All right.
but take the time to go find 10 gold pieces worth of charcoal, incense, and
We're role
herbs.
playing this. We're role playing this. Because I know exactly what you're gonna do. You don't need to role play getting that stuff, but I want to role play what you're gonna do with it if you're doing it right now.
Yeah, I figure now's a good time to actually summon them.
Perfect. Yeah. So while the rest of you are getting fitted up and all that kind of stuff, you guys just see Skitter leave, and I'm assuming Skitter comes back to the tailor with like charcoal and the like, and like a brass bowl.
If he comes back and they are still
They're still being fitted. There's like 6 of them and a bear. Oh no, the bear disappeared. There's like 6 of them, so they're still getting fitted. Yeah.
he's gonna find an alley and start the ritual, which is gonna take an hour and 10 minutes for him to cast.
Okay. There's not really an alley. You could do it like in a hallway, but there will be people walking by and just being like, "Oh, hello there, sir," and then like you're just continuing the ritual. They're like, "All right, have a good day." They're gonna assume you're praying at this point.
Yeah, it sounds like something like
they're a polite people. They're not gonna ask questions.
But it not as bad as I do it. It still sounds very demonic and with a sweet, sickly sound to it.
Right.
And after the hour and 10 minutes is up, an imp appears.
Yes.
Red-skinned. Flexes his wings, kind of looks around, looks up at Skitter. crap.
And that is where we're going to end the session tonight.
Round of applause. Loved it.
So Skitter finally summoned his familiar. It's been a night for everyone, I guess. But yeah.
I will admit, this is why I like Pact of the Chain. I get an imp.
Yep.
Not a closet, not, I can't remember what the other two things you can choose are.
Pixie and Pseudo Dragon.
Thank you.
Yep. I was looking into it because there's a very small chance that if we don't need a healer for the Sunday or for that Wednesday campaign, I might go Warlock and try something that's not Celestial this time.
Now you see, upon hearing that, I'm leaning more towards Druid.
All right.
I don't know. I got the Rogue, I've got Passion, and I've got Wyoming in mind.
Yep. Oh, fun fact. I'll talk about it after we end the stream, but I'm thinking about possibly going Undead Rogue because that's the new one that just came out with Ravenloft.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, if you do Rogue, I will go Druid then.
Not Rogue, Warlock. I'm sorry. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They don't really do healing, so, you know.
You know, I always thought, like, from World of Warcraft, a skeleton rogue was kind of funny.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You always got a bone to pick with somebody.
Thanks, Nate.
You're welcome.